Hello everyone, this is Shadow SC2 and I'm going to be casting a 1 vs 1 from MLG Dallas. This is the next game in the series between TLO and EG iNcontrol. As you can see, TLO spawning in the bottom left position and iNcontrol spawning in the top right. The map is going to be MLG Zelnaga Caverns. Now I want to apologize that I do not know if this was the correct order of the games. I was not able to watch MLG Dallas due to work and school, so if this is not the same order, oh well, you will see whatever the results are. So right now we can see both players going super duper standard. Pylon on 9 with a supply depot on 10. Now both of these players, once again, like I mentioned in the last video, definitely very well known, both from very well known clans. TLO from Liquid, as you can see, and iNcontrol from Evil Geniuses, the same clan that brings you Idra and the Idra Rage, which I believe, looking at a post from his interview from the MLG Dallas, he did seem to complain a lot about the fact that people call him Ragey because he doesn't think he rages, but he thinks it's a little overplayed. But I guess we can all determine that for ourselves, as iNcontrol is trying to harass that SCV, trying to kill that SCV. However, TLO will not allow that to happen. He is not going to let that SCV die because he really needs that barracks to go up on time. And if he does lose this SCV, I will be very surprised, but he will not. That barracks will go up. As TLO does get a refinery, super duper standard time, and both iNcontrol is also getting that assimilator up now. And both players just once again going uber standard. So this SCV and this probe are going to have a little bit of a bout, while the probe is going to run away. And doesn't look like TLO is going to have his scout over just yet. But this is Zelnaga Caverns. Both players knowing exactly what they want to do. They know exactly what they need to do, because both of these players do play this map a lot. This map, oh, I apologize, I did not see this gas steal right here. Very interesting, as this probe is going to get a hit off. Is he going to get hit off? Yes, he gets one hit off on this Marine. So they're going. TLO is going to have to deal with that early assimilator, this gas steal, which I'm not sure why probes do that as much. I really don't see as much of a point. You are losing 100 minerals, which can be a big deal depending on what your opponent does, but you know what, maybe that's why I'm Platinum and not Masters. But looking at him, TLO is going to be taking a while to destroy that assimilator. He is leaving one Marine at his ramp to look for any more scouts, as Warpgate is starting by that cybernetics core. Once again, EG iNcontrol is starting. It does get that early second assimilator, so most likely you're going to see another early tech, maybe another early robo. You never know. So yep, there is another early robo facility, most likely another early observer. I believe last game the only big problem that iNcontrol had was losing so many probes in TLO's original harass. Now even though he did come back with a counter offensive to pretty much knock TLO down to about 10 to 13 probe SCVs, the counter attack was a little too late, and the TLO was able to get a large enough force to take out iNcontrol. And right now we are seeing the very same style that TLO does do, as he does try to skirt around the edges of that site that the Zelnaga Cavern does give. However, I believe iNcontrol will be able to know that is coming, because it came last game. So I will be very surprised if iNcontrol does not know that is coming. And another Hellion is coming, goes straight through the vision of that Zelnaga tower. Or I can't remember who said it was, but somebody mentioned in one of the videos that it was called the Zelnaga Tavern, as most players, I believe it was Husky and his commentator in the TSL. Somebody mentioned that is the Zelnaga Tavern, because all you do is sit there and get drunk and not do anything. As you do see a bunker go up for TLO, he's most likely going to... Oh, never mind. He's going to salvage that bunker. So that is very awkward. You can see him make the bunker, salvage it, and he's going for an early expo. as that is almost the exact same strategy that iNcontrol is going to be using right now, as those Hellions just looking to see that. So it looks like TLO did notice that there was a sentry and not many units in this composition right here, so TLO could conclude that he was going for an early expansion. So iNcontrol is getting his observer up to look for an early expansion to scout around the base, being very careful. He doesn't want to fly right into the base because that orbital command does have a lot of energy, and TLO, being the pro that he is, probably sees that and knows that that observer is there. So he looks like he is going to save up that money. Let's see what we have. A second barracks going down, and we see the factory moving over. Looks like he may be going to set that command center on that tech lab so that he can produce a lot of Marauders for the mid game, because it looks like he is going to be pushing out once again with a very similar composition he did last game. However, it is a much earlier push, and it is not going to have it's going to have 2 less Banshees, and it is not going to have a Raven, so point defense drone not going to be a factor in this battle. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see what happens. And where is iNcontrol's army? It is all inside the base, so it does have an observer on that army. Just looking at the army composition, I will have to say that I believe that Protoss does have an advantage. He does have 3 sentries, and it looks like all of them are going to have enough energy. 2 of them have enough energy for 3 force fields, as TLO is going to check and see that there are no probes at that expansion yet. So he doesn't look like he should not move out. I would be very surprised to see he is going to lose these Hellions. Is he going to lose? Oh my gosh. I apologize for the coughing. As TLO does lose 1 Hellion in that battle, and the Banshee does take a lot of damage. So what does TLO have right now? He is setting up an expansion with and moving a lot of SCVs over, as he does move almost half of the SCVs. However, iNcontrol is going to be making another push. He does have a very early Colossus. This is going to be very difficult for TLO to deal with, considering he does not have any. He has 1 Marauder. Oh my! He has 1 one Marauder and 2, looks like 2 Hellions and 1 medevac. So going to be very difficult for TLO to deal with this. However, he is going to circle around. He is going to try to get force fields. Not doing a very good job. Very, very bad force fields. Oh my! Is he going to take that? He needs to take that Colossus out. He needs to take that Colossus out. Oh my God! Is he gonna chase down the Colossus? No! TLO is going to GG out, and oh my! Looks like TLO is out this game. Now I believe, if I'm not mistaken, now I don't believe this was a series. I believe once I look back at the games that were played in MLG, the only thing that there is a series about is going to be the final between 2 very strong players, and I will not name them in case you do not know who does. Of course, if you haven't, I don't know why you know, but I'm not going to spoil that in this video. But looks like they did have to play each other back to back, looking at the games, and looks like TLO got the advantage of them in the first game. However, second game, new game, so TLO, it does look like TLO is going to be defeated this game, and was a very good game. However, I believe TLO's main problem was the fact that he did not get any Marauders out, and a mass Marine versus a lot of Stalkers and a Colossi just does not work. So I hope you guys enjoyed this game. If you like me, subscribe, and I will see you guys later.